Welcome to episode 5 of the 10th Stone Tablet, Ritual of the Rich and Powerful. If you haven't yet, I recommend watching episodes 1 to 4 first to catch the full unfolding story. But whether you're returning or just jumping in, I'm glad you're here. Now take a breath and step with me into a world of ancient secrets, hidden powers, and a forgotten oath that refuses to stay buried. Let's begin. The mountain air was thin and sharp, cold enough to bite, quiet enough to hear your own heartbeat. In a pine-shrouded village of southern France, the old cottage stood still, as if holding its breath. Inside, 4 figures sat close to the fire: Amira, Demba, Idris, and Youssef, who had arrived 2 nights after slipping out of Tangier. Outside, Ahmad kept watch, eyes scanning the dark. No one spoke. The only sounds were the soft whisper of flames and the distant hoot of mountain owls. But it wasn't the cold that kept them awake. They were being hunted. From the moment they stepped onto French soil, they felt it. The Dominion's eyes, watching, waiting. But they couldn't warn the others. Back in Tangier, they had made a pact. No contact, no calls, no messages. If one fell, the others stayed invisible. The mission came first. Miles away, Amir stepped off the ferry alone. The wind tugged at his shirt. The harbour was alive with voices and motion, but something didn't feel right. He turned. 2 men, plainclothes. They were walking fast towards him. He didn't wait. He ran, through alleys, over crates, around corners, jumping fences, diving into tunnels. The narrow roads of the coastal city blurred around him. Eventually, he slipped into a shopping centre, heart pounding. Thinking fast, he remembered tricks from old spy films he used to watch back home in Khartoum. He rushed into a beauty supply store, bought a cheap wig and a new backpack. Then he went into a coffee shop bathroom. There, he shaved, changed clothes. He put on a dirty blonde wig and the clear framed glasses he'd carried since Tangier. The man who stepped out of that bathroom was a stranger, untraceable, a ghost. Outside, he paid a motorcyclist for a ride toward the mountains. From there, he walked. 2 days. No sleep. Just movement. Just survival. Then, he saw it. The cottage. And a black van parked nearby, its engine humming softly in the dark. He dropped to the ground, crawled through the trees, watched. At midnight, beneath a blanket of clouds, he tapped on the door. Once, then twice. It opened. No words. None were needed. But one guardian was still missing. Fatima. Fatima had made it off the boat, reached the train station, but the Dominion had been waiting. Her profile had triggered the system. Border police stopped her, pretending it was a routine check. But she saw through it. The officer's tone was too polished, his questions too exact. When he stepped away to grab the scanner, she acted. She closed her eyes and entered the dream walk, an ancient power passed down through bloodlines. From that place beyond time, she whispered into the Guardian's minds, "I've been caught. Don't wait." Then, calmly, she reached into her shoe, drew the hidden blade, and made her final choice, on her own terms, before the Dominion could take her. That night, a cold gust swept through the cottage. All guardians shivered. The flames flickered low. And then, something shifted. They felt a presence of a spirit. And deep in their bones, they immediately knew. Fatima. Then, nothing. No one spoke. They only bowed their heads. On the 4th night, they moved. The Chapel of Withheld Blood rose like a wound in the mountains, an 11th century stone fortress hidden between peaks. off the grid, guarded by old magic. Beneath it, the stone tablets. They split into 2 teams. Team 1, Amir, Ahmad, Yusuf, and Idris, entered through forgotten tunnels, once sacred paths, now reclaimed by moss and time. Team 2, Demba and Amira, posed as delivery workers, stationed near the tunnel mouth in a white van, ready for extraction. Inside the chapel, the creature had changed. It is no longer confined to its flesh. Its spirit lived in the walls, in the pipes, in the flicker of lights, the static of radios. The Dominion billionaires who once sought eternal life now wandered the halls in a dream trance, minds tethered to a force they couldn't name. Team 1 reached the underground vault. What they saw, horrific. Shelves of ritual records, biotech samples suspended in sacred brine, human sacrifices traded for market control, assassinations timed with market spikes. At the center, stone pedestals, 10 glowing tablets. Yusuf stepped forward and began the extraction chant. But the tablets resisted. Magic flared. He was thrown across the room, crumpling. Idris caught him. Amir and Ahmad joined, and together they began the unbinding rite. The air cracked. The spell buckled. They grabbed 4 tablets. Just as they reached for a 5th, the earth trembled. Above them, the creature stirred. Windows shattered. Chapel servants collapsed, screaming. Dominion elites fell, their eyes wide and white with terror. The ritual of global domination had already begun, before the Guardians even arrived. 14 days remained. Then, the creature would control everything. The Guardians fled through the tunnels. The creature groaned, then roared. Dominion security guards had regrouped, now flooding the lower tunnels. Gunfire cracked behind them. Sparks flashed against stone. The Guardians sprinted, ducking through the narrowing tunnel. Feet slammed on stone. Breath ragged and hearts beating fast. They burst out at the tunnel's mouth. Dawn light sliced through the mist. Amira was already there. Engine running, hand on the gear. Eyes locked on the entrance. "Get in!" she shouted. They dove into the van, one after another. Amira didn't wait. Tires screamed as she slammed the accelerator. The van tore down the winding mountain road. Gravel scattered behind them. Then, headlights. 2 black Dominion vehicles surged from the tunnel. Gunfire erupted. Bullets struck the rear. Glass cracked. Demba pulled Idris down as shards flew past their heads. "They're gaining!" Yusuf shouted, clutching a tablet. "I see them!" Amira snapped, eyes on the mirror. The road twisted. The forest thickened. Clouds rolled in, fast, dark, like the earth itself was reacting. Then, for a moment, silence. No gunfire, no engines. Even the birds had gone still. Then, boom. A blast hit the back of the van. A missile. Flames curled up around the rear tire. The van spun. Everyone shouted, instinct, prayer, fear, spoken in different tongues. The van hit a tree, bounced off, then launched into the air. Over the edge, 1 roll, 2, 3, then blackness. Thank you for joining us for episode 5 of the 10th Stone Tablet. Every listen, like, and comment helps keep this story alive, and I'm truly grateful you're here. Now tell me, what do you think will happen next? Will the Guardians survive the crash? And are the tablets still intact? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your theories. If this story pulled you in, like it, share it, and invite others to join the adventure. And before you go, hit subscribe so you don't miss episode 6. Until then, stay curious, stay brave, and keep watching.